She graduated, filed for divorce, and walked out of my life like I was nothing. I didn't fight. I didn't beg. I just signed the papers in silence. But 5 years later, she came looking for me. And what happened next left her speechless. My name is Daniel. I'm 32 now, and I live in Austin, Texas. 5 years ago, I was just a 27-year-old guy with a stable job as an IT consultant. I wasn't flashy. I wasn't rich, but I believed in love and loyalty. Back then, I was married to Claire, who was 25 at the time. She was brilliant, ambitious, and studying law. I was her biggest cheerleader. I worked long hours so she could focus on school, paid the bills, cooked dinner, and even typed up her notes when she was exhausted. We didn't have much money, but we had love, or so I thought. I believed we were building a future together. Every time she pulled an all-nighter, I reminded her why she was doing it. I told her, one day, you'll be a lawyer, and we'll laugh about these hard times. I thought we were a team. But in reality, I was just a stepping stone. The first cracks showed up during her final year. She became colder, distant. Study groups lasted later and later. She stopped holding my hand. Her phone buzzed constantly, and she guarded it like it held state secrets. When I asked what was wrong, she'd snap. Not everything is about you, Daniel. I'm stressed. Don't make it worse. I brushed it off, thinking law school pressure was crushing her. But then, she stopped including me in her future plans. Her sentences turned from we to I. And the night she graduated, I stood in the crowd cheering louder than anyone. She smiled at me from the stage. But behind that smile was a decision she'd already made. The very next morning, she handed me divorce papers. Just like that. No fight, no discussion. I remember staring at the papers, my hands shaking. I asked her, why? After everything, why now? She looked me in the eye and said words that carved into my soul. Daniel, I don't need you anymore. I have my degree. I want more than what you can offer me. You're holding me back. I wanted to scream, to rage, to beg her to reconsider. But instead, I swallowed my pain and signed, quietly, without a word. That was the day I realized that sometimes silence is more powerful than any argument. Fast forward 5 years. In those years, I rebuilt my life. I worked tirelessly, took risks, and launched my own cybersecurity firm. The long nights she once spent studying, I spent them building, and it paid off. I was no longer the man she left behind. One evening, while speaking at a tech conference, I spotted her in the crowd. Claire. She looked different, tired, worn down, not the radiant woman I once knew. After my speech, she approached me, voice shaky. Daniel, can we talk? Turns out, her shiny legal career wasn't the dream she thought it would be. Stress, failed relationships, loneliness, it had all caught up to her. She admitted she'd been wrong, that leaving me was her biggest mistake. She even tried to rekindle what we had, saying, "You're not the same man I left. You're so much more now. Maybe we can try again." And I smiled, not with bitterness, not with anger, but with peace. I simply said, "Claire, you were right. I was holding you back, but when you left, I stopped holding myself back too." And with that, I walked away, leaving her stunned in the middle of the crowded hall. I never looked back. I built a life without her, a better one. Eventually, I found love again, with someone who valued loyalty over ambition. Claire, last I heard, she was still chasing happiness in all the wrong places. Sometimes the best revenge isn't anger, or even words, it's success. When someone counts you out, don't waste time proving them wrong. Just live so well that one day, your existence proves it for you. Subscribe to SilkMirror for more stories where betrayal is met with silence, strength, and sweet success.